Hello, this is Goku Photosum1, and I'm back, this time to talk about a topic that I should have talked about a while ago. And the topic at hand is why turn a video game into a movie, or video games into movie adaptations. And the reason I want to talk about this, a lot of people say, why do this? Because video games have become so cinematic, what's the reason? And these people aren't realizing the reason. It's a very good reason. And the main reason, and I'll use a video game that currently isn't in production as a movie, but should be, and this is a good example, Metal Gear Solid. I use this as an example because it's a very cinematic video game. It's like a movie. It's probably 4 is a movie. It has an actual hour and a half cutscene. One cutscene, an hour and a half. So it's very much like a movie. It has a narrative like a movie. All the Metal Gear Solid games have narratives like a movie. So why turn that into a movie? Because not everyone's going to play a video game. Not everyone's going to want that. But that doesn't mean those people that don't like video games aren't going to like the story the video game is telling. Very much like Metal Gear Solid. It's a James Bond-esque spy video game. I mean, that would really contour to a lot of people, a lot of older people that like James Bond. James Bond is something that is very much a lot of older people like that, and certainly I think older people would like Metal Gear Solid the movie if done right. It's not so bizarre that it cannot be turned into a movie. I mean, like the storyline is Bondish in a way. Obviously, it has weird things in the sequels, and it gets weirder and stuff like that, but that's beyond the point. The other thing is, Captain Logan said this in his Batman Arkham Asylum video review. Go check that out. It's a really good one. And he said that where movies and stories, movies and books are life with all the boring parts taken out, video games are life with all the boring parts put back in. And what he means by that is not to say video games are boring. What he meant to say is that in video games you walk down halls and you do stuff that you wouldn't see in a movie, because in a movie the narrative has to flow. In a video game, you are portraying the character, so you do things that are normally you wouldn't be doing, or you wouldn't be witnessing in a movie. That's why video games aren't really the best visual medium if you're not playing the game. If you're not interacting with the game, it might not be the most fun thing to watch, because it's really about getting into that character and playing that character. So, and that's a good explanation. Not a lot of people like that. I know a lot of people who like movies who don't like video games, and they're my age. They're in their mid-20s. So that's why you make this. There are a lot of great stories that can be told. Another one, Assassin's Creed. I heard that they are making that into a movie, and this is why the topic came up. Pretty much it made a video where they said, why turn Assassin's Creed into a movie? Because there's a huge audience that would go see that movie who would never play video games. That is such a great, great game to turn into a movie. It's perfect. It has a very good narrative. It's not so silly that adults will watch it that would never play video games. Your parents out there, people who mostly watch my videos are younger, my age or a little younger. Your parents will probably watch this film. This has a very good narrative for it. And so yeah, I mean, it's and the reverse is also very good. But I like adaptations. I like to turn something into something else, or change one format to another format, because every format has its strengths and has its weaknesses. And to where video games strengths are getting you into the character and allowing you to play that character, it's not the best for storytelling. Movies and books are better at storytelling, because that's what it's about. It's about just telling a solid story. So yeah, I mean, and that's not a problem. Video games aren't supposed to be the best medium for storytelling. They're great for storytelling, but they're not the best. A movie certainly is better, because you get a story within usually about 2 hours. You get a full story. You get a beginning, a middle, and an end. You don't have a lot of in-between stuff. In a video game, you have a lot of in-between stuff. You have a lot of things you're doing that aren't major parts of the story. And so yeah, please tell me what you guys think. Tell me if you think I'm completely wrong. Tell me if you think I have a point here. I would love to read your comments or a video response. I mean, I'm always going to accept video responses. And yeah, this was Goku for the Sim 1, and I'll see you next time. YouTube.